All right. We're gonna do, we posted our new schedule, by the way, on the door. So, matter of fact, let me take a quick peek at that.
And we've got lunch and learns almost every Tuesday for the
Oh,
next few
that'll be
months.
good.
So,
We'll
yeah.
talk about that later. And anyway, what we had posted was e-marketing, which we're gonna talk about some e-marketing, but a portion, what got left off, which I'm not upset, but I'm disappointed. We didn't have Coldwell Banker Works on there, because a lot of the stuff that we're gonna go through is gonna reference us back into Coldwell Banker Works. And alike. So, at least for the small group we have here this morning, you guys already have access to Coldwell Banker Works, you've got username, passwords, okay, then hopefully, what we're gonna go through, matter of fact, as long as I'm at it, I'm gonna open up our portal. Well, actually, since we're still talking to the video, let's go back. So those of you that are watching on video, in order to get in to Coldwell Banker Works, let me log out of here. One thing, once you log in the first time during the day, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, if you log in the morning and then you log out, and then you come back to that page after lunch or something like that, you don't have to log back in, okay? So it's kind of a one-a-day deal, or maybe it gives you 4 or 5 hours to log in. Otherwise, your login is normally going to be an email address. And it doesn't have to be a Coldwell Banker email address, it can be any email address you want. You can tailor make it and tweak it if you want. Of course, everybody gets their own unique username and password. And then once you're in, here you are. Coldwell Banker Works. The one that we're looking at, this is my login, it's going to look a little different than what you guys have. Probably the main difference is going to be the recruit and retain. You're not going to have a recruit and retain on yours. As you know, you guys have sat through these classes enough. When we talk about student teacher kind of a thing, well, okay, prospecting, okay? And part of prospecting for me is recruiting and retaining. So, as opposed to you guys are going out looking for buyers and sellers and all the rest of that sort of stuff. So we're going to spend some time on Coldwell Banker Works. We are also going to spend some time, although this is not completely built, but we're getting closer by the day. Pretty happy with the progress. And I'm just typing in the URL, the CBTC portal, Coldwell Banker Town and Country portal. You type that in, that's going to take you here. We've been using the vernacular, Wolf Connect or Wolf Broker Wolf or all the rest of that sort of stuff. It's going to be tough for us not to reference Lone Wolf or Wolf Connect because it's at the login screen. I wish they would wipe that out, but that's actually the name of the software company that uses to write the program for us. So I'm just going to log in here right now because we're going to, a lot of the stuff that we have in Coldwell Banker Works, we're actually trying to pull over here and get onto the portal, okay? So the thought being is hopefully you're not going to have to go into the portal or you're not going to have to go into Coldwell Banker Works as much. So we're going to bounce back and forth between Coldwell Banker Works and the portal, and we'll start talking about some stuff that can go back and forth. So, at any rate, a little introduction to Coldwell Banker Works. My experience with Coldwell Banker Works is new agents go there, spend a little bit of time, and then never go back again. And they even never go back again because maybe they just don't see the value there, or they can't find what they're looking for, or they just forget about it. And I frankly fall into the category of the latter, is sometimes I just forget. There's some nice stuff. There's some really, really nice stuff, and we'll go through. Just to matter of fact, by the way, nothing worse than not being prepared for class. Shame on me. So I'm gonna, in theory, you're never supposed to do something that in a class that you haven't already done, so you don't want to embarrass yourself. But they've got this nice little search bar. We got brand new television commercials out. So if I just type in TV commercials, Home Rocks, and have you guys seen the new Home Rocks commercial?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's at least 2 new commercials, and I love both of them. This is the one that just debuted last Sunday at the Grammys, and so I think I want to make this part of my presentation. Maybe I want to send out an email link. Maybe we're talking e-marketing, by the way. As long as we're at it, let's take up let's go somewhere else. YouTube.com/. We changed the address to our YouTube channel. We were youtube.com/cbpre. We are now youtube.com/CB Town and Country. And you spell it out. Hopefully I spelled that properly. Looks like I did. So again, we're talking e-marketing. This is, matter of fact, here it is.
It's a word so
I'm gonna stop
powerful
this right
it
now.
stirs the heart.
Is it gonna see this
in all of us.
commercial?
You see it in a
Let me show
baby's
you. This
smile.
loads automatically on our
Hear it in a child's
channel.
laughter.
Let's start over again. Let's try to start over again. I have not seen this one on TV yet, though. This should be coming out literally any second now.
Home. It's a word so powerful it stirs the heart in all of us. You see it in a baby's smile. Hear it in a child's laughter. Feel it the moment you walk in the door and hear the welcoming patter of feet running to greet you. For over a century, home has been our purpose. It defines us and every agent that wears our colors. Because blue is the color of infinite possibility. And while we continue to move forward in an ever-changing world, our mission will never waver. To deliver the treasure of home ownership ethically and honorably. For what we do is not just our job. It is our calling. It is our meaning. It is our truth. Coldwell Banker, fulfilling the dream of home for over 100 years.
Not bad. So now that's located on our YouTube channel. Okay? So one of the things that we're going to talk about today is the stuff and the resources that we have available to you. Having said that, if you don't have your own YouTube channel, one of the goals for you guys today after class is create your own YouTube channel. Anybody have one yet? You got one? Okay. They're free. They're pretty easy. And you can take these videos, you can copy them and rip them to your own YouTube channel. Hopefully, you're going to have some of your own content on your YouTube channel. You can link to our YouTube channel. Quite honestly, if you wanted to have that commercial on there, of course you could do that. You could, I don't know if you would want to have our training videos on your YouTube channel, but you might, for example, want to have our 2013 market forecast on your YouTube channel. That might be something that you see some value. So when you're sending out an e-blast to your buyers and sellers and consumers, e-marketing, you might say, hey, look at I'd like to invite you to the 2014 market forecast, sponsored by Coldwell Banker Town and Country on April 23rd at the Red Lion Inn in Ontario. If you like to get a sample of what we did last year, here's a link to the 2013 market forecast, okay? And instead of having that link go to our company YouTube channel, which is fine, have it go to your own YouTube channel, okay? And market yourself accordingly with all of your nice little stuff on it. So going back to Coldwell Banker Works, you want to find the video. You want to be, actually this is e-cards, that's not what I wanted. I actually wanted TV commercials. I click on the wrong thing. TV commercials. Home Rock, TV commercial, e-marketing, recruitment. I actually really want the actual commercial itself. Let's just see what this gives me. Okay, this is actually a postcard. And this is one of the challenges that I have with all of these type of databases. Coldwell Banker Works and warts and all. Finding exactly what you want, the way you want it, as quickly as you want it is a little challenge. I'm looking for the physical television commercial. I'm not looking for a postcard, and I've so far twice have ended up. I wonder if I go to. No, it's going to take me to e-marketing, so forget that. I actually want the TV commercial. I want a television commercial. postcards. This is why you're supposed to do this stuff in advance, right? Let's try it one more time. Let's go back home. I know there's a link for it here.
Go to
Did you find it?
2014 Coldwell Banker ad campaign.
There we go.
First one.
And again, always the danger with these type of websites, I'm calling it something, you're calling it, and this is one of the frustrations with this portal. Why a lot of people get a little bit frustrated. Yeah, we got JPEGs, visuals, download customs, this is ad, I still don't see a, well, as long as we're here, let's take a quick look at this. This is the actual media campaign. So if you wanted to take a look at, hey, when are these television ads actually gonna run? Where can I see them? Here is the schedule. This may or may not be something that you want to put in a listing presentation. Again, this may or may not be something that you would want to email out as part of your marketing campaign. So this is basically the plan. They're going to actually. This looks like a PowerPoint actually. So we're running commercials on ESPN. From March through June, we're stopping. We're doing first, third week of August, first and second week of September, and then no more ESPN. Okay. A lot of what this corresponds with, if you paid attention to Coldwell Banker's marketing campaign in the past, they tend to sponsor the baseball stuff on ESPN. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Grammy Awards. It's a one-off. Okay. So they ran the Oscars is when they're gonna the other commercial we just ran. Kind of with like almost the military theme of the guy. That's going to run again. This one ran one day for the Grammys, and then the Oscars. They run the LXTV open house. It runs throughout the entire year, but again, is that a large market? You know, unless you're at the open house channel, you're not going to see it as much. George the Rescue. I don't even know what that is. Okay, to show they got some sort of contract with Comcast. Running through the middle of the year. Again, they sponsor Major League Baseball, so you'll see that. I don't really know what the YouTube thing is. I'm kind of curious as to what maybe there's some commercials that run on
They
YouTube.
have the ads on there, so when you search for something, it'll pop. The first two are usually ads, and then your video comes up. So
Okay.
they throw it in there somehow.
All right, there you go. And obviously it's Google here, there. Now, having said that, I know that these ads will appear on the major networks sporadically. So I'm not. Maybe it's on the next slide. Take a quick peek here. Let's see, is there a next slide? Looks like there's a next slide. Actually, it's just the. Oh, yes, there is. Okay, never mind. So, this is going through and telling you, you know, Christmas light, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I guess there's just two slides there. So this is that media calendar, but again, I'm not really looking for the calendar. To be honest with you, I'm looking for the actual commercial itself. And what I like to do, and this probably isn't as necessary as it used to be, especially if you guys are going to get these linked to your, like we do. If you have it linked to your YouTube channel, so be it. But what I've done in the past is I've actually downloaded the commercial directly onto my laptop. So if I'm out on a listing presentation, I want to be able to sit back and play it. And say, hey, here is the television. Matter of fact, let's quickly, I may have some of the old ones, which by the way, I really like these ads. I don't know if you guys have formed an opinion one way or the other on them, but we've had some good ads, we've had some not so good ads, and I actually think these ads are pretty decent. Let's see if we've got, I used to have this stuff on my laptop. I don't know if I've quite got them as available. It doesn't look like I do. They were all on my laptop. And anyway, so going back to Coldwell Banker Works, I'm going to try one more time before I get frustrated and give up. But I want to see the actual television commercials. So let's try that one more time. 2014 media flow chart, previews, media strategy presentation. I want the commercials. 2014 TV. Unlock social media visuals, flow chart.
That looks like it should do it, right?
Yeah, but this looks like it's giving us, it's taking us to the customized, which we're gonna get to in a minute.
Huh.
This is a email that can be customized and sent out to your customers. Embedded into that email is a link that basically says, hey, here's a copy of the television commercial. But since I'm struggling here, all the more reason why we want to get this stuff onto your own. Again, we've got it here. This is the most recent television commercial. But again, we can probably just, if we just want to search YouTube itself. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. If we're not providing it to you properly, which we're not, then...
Bless you.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. Let's see what we end up with here. Okay, this is an ad, and I think, honestly, I think you guys should have all of these on your YouTube channel. And I think we have most of them. This is an ad that ran in 2013. I love that ad. This is one of the current ads. This is the one actually I was trying to find on our own Coldwell Banker Works, and I struggled, so but what the heck, we'll go straight to YouTube. This is the ad that ran during the Grammys. Motley Crue, if you're not familiar with the music.
Rock on.
Yep.
I love these dogs.
I do like this commercial, but if you don't make it to the end, you don't know what you're watching.
Yeah, that's what I dislike about it.
That the other commercial has the sign and the brand kind of throughout it. This is, I mean, you literally, that's, I think that's a 30-second, you think? 30-second spot?
Yep.
And again, you've got 3 seconds of, hey, this is Coldwell Banker, we're trying to send a message. And the rest of the ad. So I'm not an ad critic, so to speak, but if I was, I guess I could be critical of that ad. This is a nice one, this is a nice one. So again, I think, as a matter of fact, and there's probably some, let's just scroll down here a little bit.
This is.
I'm just looking for some ads that, some older ad campaigns. I won't bother you, this is actually a good one. This is the brand promise. This would be something, this Coldwell Banker brand promise, which also is on our YouTube channel, it's actually a video that is designed for management to use to recruit. Show at a sales meeting, hey, come work for us. I won't show it, but I think this video can just as easily be used, again, to send out to clients. Get it on your own YouTube channel. And it basically just kind of talks about, you know, who we are as a, this is actually mislabeled. We've got this labeled as the brand promise. I gotta
It's
talk
a
to
word
Brian
so
about that.
powerful.
This is not the Coldwell Banker brand promise, this is the new commercial. The brand promise was the video that I just showed you, and it looks like we've replaced it and failed to label it properly.
Home.
Brand promise. Yeah, we actually just spent some time cleaning this up. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out, but we still have some work to do, obviously. Have you guys spent any time on our YouTube channel? A little bit? Okay. One of the things, I used to like it a little bit better, and that up until like 6 months ago, you used to be able to kind of brand it a little bit better. You have little like wallpaper across the back that said Coldwell Banker Town and Country or Coldwell Banker Pioneer. Apparently YouTube has locked a lot of that down, and they stripped all that off, so now you're kind of limited to a banner. But anyway, build yourself a YouTube channel. You've got to build yourself a YouTube channel. Get all of these commercials. What we need to do, and I'll talk to Brian after our meeting, we need to have a Coldwell Banker marketing and ad campaign section, like we've got the training section. And within that section, just links to every single commercial that we've ever had.
That'll work.
Certainly links to the most recent 2 commercials, which I like. I'm pretty pleased with. Alright, so, anyway, going back to what I was trying to demonstrate and struck out, back in Coldwell Banker on the home page, normally if you click on this logo, it takes you to the home page. It's not getting me there. Alright, so there was a link here that said home. If you ever get lost, for the most part I used to click here. But in theory, this is what you're supposed to be able to search for. Again, strike 1 already, we couldn't find the television commercials as well. I'll just do one other, maybe we'll have a little bit better luck. I'm looking for some open house information. So you type in open house, here's some print ads that are in the form of a PDF. Rather than create a, your own, which nothing drives me crazy. I walk through the office, I see an agent sitting in front of a computer making a flyer, which is fine. I've done it, we've all done it. Then 4 hours later, they're in front of the computer making a flyer. The next day, they're in front of the computer, they're making a flyer. And I was questioning, I'm like, are we graphic artists? Or are we in sales? Okay. I would suggest that our time is better spent selling, not making a flyer. Now, to the degree that you're gonna make a flyer, don't recreate the wheel. I mean, there are some materials in here. I don't know if it's the best open house flyer I've ever seen in my life, but it's good enough, okay? You can come in here, you can edit it, you know, you can put in your city, street, zip code, your information, get rid of Smith & Smith, put in town and country. It's easy stuff, okay? Now, in order to do that though, one full disclosure, you cannot edit this if you're just using an Adobe Acrobat Reader. You have to actually own Adobe Acrobat, the program, which is not free, okay, in order to edit these flyers. A lot of agents come there, pull it up, and I'm like, oh, I can't change the address. Well, because you haven't purchased the program to do it. Most of us just have the little Adobe, which we just read the files and you don't edit it. But these are all free, obviously customizable. They're designed to be customizable, city, state, and all the rest of that sort of stuff. So don't go crazy trying to create an open house flyer. And again, they have a whole bunch of different ones. We just randomly pulled that one. Let's just go back, hit the same topic. Okay, so we've got an open house print ad. I think this is the one we probably just pulled up. Maybe a different version of the same thing. Open house listing shell. I don't even know what that is. What's a listing shell? Well, let's take a look at it. And a lot of this, quite honestly, is it's time to hunt and peck. Got to get in here, spend a little bit of time, and pull it up and say, okay, is there some value in this? Okay, this would be another flyer, and it looks like you would put in maybe houses around your open house, other properties that you have marketed, so it's going to take a little bit more time. Okay, so you're going to pop in a picture of another house with a brief description. Hey, this is 123 Main Street around the block, or whatever it happens to be. Maybe this can be useful, maybe it can't. Obviously, we're going to take those all case by case. Open house promotion. What do we got here? Okay, print it. And again, you're going to find there does tend to be a lot of replication in this type of website. These are the 2 PDF files that we just looked at. I'm just going to click on one more, see if there's something else we like in here. Couple in front of an open house. Open house postcard.
Postcard, yeah.
Okay, so if you wanted to create an open house postcard, don't necessarily have to run down to Pitt and say, hey, could you make this up for me, or design something graphically on your computer. You can come here, you can take a look at them. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, I don't know. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to download the postcard. Downloading over here in case you're wondering. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, again, customizable open house. It's the basic shell. Okay, so you've got your open house. You could maybe put 4 pictures, front yard, backyard, kitchen, whatever it happens to be. and then you come in here, this is a PDF, and then you modify it. Now, if you've got great printing and the ability to do that stuff, I suppose you could print this yourself. Or otherwise, you take it down to PIP and say, hey, print me up some of these open house postcards, and away you go. So it's nice, and all of this artwork and all this ad stuff is free. Okay, so just use whatever the heck you want. You don't have to. You're paying for it. I say it's free. It's not free. You're paying for it. It's all part of the franchise fees and the advertising fees that we pay for. Looks like there's a second half. Okay, so here's the back half of the postcard. Put your mugshot. Put your information. Use this language. Edit this language. Whatever you want to do. With low interest rates and affordable home prices, yada yada yada. Maybe that works today. Maybe that doesn't work 6 months from now. So you've got these postcard templates in here. They've also got e-marketing postcards. So just play with it. Just go through here. And I just ran into this. Now this is a couple in front of a house. Okay, so when you did the search open house, sometimes it pulls up stuff that's not completely. There's an image library, matter of fact, home image library lifestyle. So let's suppose you are creating something and you want a couple in front of a house. Well, what this is going to do, this is going to take us to the image library, and as you'll probably be shocked to see, there's going to be people standing in front of the house. So we are now in the image library. We are in the lifestyle section of the image library, and we have couples. Woman in a window. Okay? Another woman in a window. In fact, we have a whole bunch of women in windows. Okay? So, let's see what else we've got in here. Here we've got Sunday morning sleep-in. So you've got a couple, looks like someone's getting breakfast in bed. So if you want to use that type of an ad in your marketing, then you can pull these. And these images we pay, when you go to Google Images occasionally, you can't pull the image or it says something on there, you got to pay for them. All of these images are paid for. Okay? So you can take these down to PIP, you can do whatever you want with them. Here's a young couple in front of a house. Here's a couple at a dinner table. Here is agent with couple leaving. You guys get the idea. So all of these images are there. And you go through and they're all, you've got some of them with young couples, some of them with old couples, and you got, I'm not at the risk of finding the wrong one. If you want a young couple in front of a house, great. If you want an older couple in front of a house, keep searching. There's going to be like a seniors, like a grandma and grandpa type setting. If you want a white couple, a black couple, an Asian couple, a mixed race couple, they got all those too. So we're an equal opportunity image library here. They've got a little bit of everything.
Can we see what a woman cave looks like? I've seen a man cave. I've never seen a woman cave.
That's the woman sitting in there. Which another thing which is interesting, a lot of these images are taken out of the television commercials. So the woman cave, this was on one of the television commercials, and she is she's in her closet.
That's awesome.
It's a good place for
So
them.
she's sitting in her closet. All right. Now again, that's also part of one of the television commercials that
My
we
wife would love that.
So again, you take that, put it in your marketing piece, or take it down to PIP. You got a lady in a bathtub down here. I don't know, they were sure exactly where that one came from.
That's from the
hot tub
commercial.
spas, huh?
They took some of these from.
A lot of them come from the commercial. And again, this is the lifestyle. Now you want an agent profile, agent professional. You click on this button. Now you've got a whole bunch of images that are more designed, that have agents in it. Okay, I want a picture of an agent with clients. I want a picture of an agent all by themselves. I want a picture of, this is agent with clients at a house, agent with clients in the office. Okay, so if I want to do a marketing piece with pictures of people in my office or in an office, you click on that, images are going to pop up here. And again, you move accordingly. Don't destroy yourself spending all this time on Google Images, which is fun. I do it all the time. The problem with going to Google Images is the quality of the images stink. You can't use them in your advertising because when they come across, they're terrible. Depending upon what you get, they may not even be available. Because it looks like it's trying to download all these. There must be a whole bunch of them in here.
And these are Coldwell Banker ready.
And these are Coldwell Banker ready. And they've already got the logo on. Let me see if there's agent alone, maybe. So, okay. The other ones seem to have a lot more. Okay, this is an agent by herself. So here we've got a female agent coming into the house, a whole bunch of those.
Go to special markets.
Special markets, okay. So that should have probably like our military, Hispanic marketing, vacation home previews, all the rest of that sort of stuff. We've talked about let's talk about Hispanic market, that's always a specific one. Keeping in mind, every marketing piece that you see in here that's in English is also in Spanish.
Cool.
So if you're looking for an open house flyer and you want it in Spanish, you just go to the Spanish section and say, I want the open house flyers in Spanish, and they'll print that up. So again, we're in Hispanic marketing, so again, we've got a whole bunch of images of Hispanic families doing whatever the heck they've got these images doing. Vacation homes, not really a big market for us, but maybe there's a picture that you would want to use in a marketing piece, beach house. Oh, by the way, some of these imageries, you got the black and white and the color photos, the reverse negative stuff, kind of have some cool effects with that sort of stuff. And they're all downloadable, they're all free, they're all paid for, and available. The previews is the upper end stuff. So if you want to market something that you want to have that Coldwell Banker previews feel to it, you know, and it's loading, but you know, luxury home exterior, luxury home bedroom, and again, all of these images are 100% available to you. And then lastly, in this particular category, I'm a little disappointed because there used to be some other cool things in here, specialty markets. The new homes is good. Matter of fact, I was sitting down with one of our agents yesterday, and we were picking out a farm, and we discovered within the farm areas that we were searching that there was a developer in there that had their properties in the MLS and they were cooperating. So I was like, well, heck, maybe we go to the new home section and we market ourselves as the new home professionals. So you've got images in here. We also, this is one of the things I was talking about earlier, while this is still loading, one of the goals that I have is to take a lot of this stuff, or at least the categories, and move it over to the portal and put it under the resources tab. So you guys go to resources, you go to manage, and we'll have some of that information in here. For example, and this is the kind of the cool part about been doing this for a long time. In these office documents, we can have some marketing pieces, you know, new homes. One of the things that I was disappointed in, military. Coldwell Banker had a nice military package, which was kind of cool. So at least with our office, we're right next to the Air Force Base.
We don't have that anymore?
It wasn't on the website. That was part of the specialty market things. But as fate would have it, I just so happen to have, if we go, what am I looking for here? Advertising artwork. All of the stuff in this folder, for example, everything I have here, I'm going to be getting on the portal. All of you guys will have access to it.
Great.
So for example, we've got color logos. All of these logos are available to you too. And they had Coldwell Banker New Homes. Okay, I didn't see that logo on the site. So military best. Okay, there was a whole military campaign that we had. A logo, Coldwell Banker Online. Maybe that works for us or not. The concierge program. There was another one I was looking for specifically with the military. There's another logo which incorporates the Coldwell Banker logo and like a military program. And heck, we use these things, like I said, we use these things all the time. Or you should be using these things all the time. Maybe you want to put, most of you have probably never even heard of the Blue Ribbon Preferred thing. Okay? It's just a marketing piece. You go out and say, hey, if you want to be a Blue Ribbon Preferred listing, do this, this, and this. Paint your garage, cut your grass, put a couple flowers in the flower bed, that type of stuff. The concierge. Most of you have probably never heard of Coldwell Banker Concierge. The concierge program is something similar to what we're talking about marketing within the, matter of fact, it's even called here, e-concierge. We want to sit back on this part of our site and have a list of vendors. So if a client calls you and says, hey, I'm looking for a landscaper in Riverside, okay, well, who can we recommend? Do we have a good landscaper in Riverside? Do we have a new tax guy? Is there a tax guy in West San Gabriel Valley? So we're going to basically create a concierge program within 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 the portal. So, anyway, a lot of stuff on here with these images. And again, I'm just clicking around. This isn't really the order I expected to go in. We're just kind of the boat's just kind of driving itself here. So I'm going to just go back to the home page, which normally means clicking here. Last time I did that, okay, now it's taking me where I want to go. So one of the easiest things, assuming you find what you're looking for, is try a couple different versions. Again, we failed finding the television commercials, but click in the box, what am I looking for? If you're not accessing LeadRouter, which we're kind of still in an effort to try to kind of rebrand and relaunch LeadRouter, you can access LeadRouter through here. Coldwell Banker Secure, this is where you guys would go and you would change your profile picture. Which, by the way, one other, since we're still talking e-marketing, I cannot miss the opportunity. I'm a consumer, right? I do a Google search. I said, oh, I know that agent works at Coldwell Banker, and I can't remember who it was, but God, I know they worked in Moreno Valley. So let's just see if I can find it. Okay, Moreno Valley, California. This is the consumer. This is the consumer side.
How are you?
This is anybody on the planet searches this. Nothing username or password about this. Moreno Valley, California. Now, if I click search, it's going to start looking for houses. Okay, I'm not really looking for a house or rentals. I want to find an agent or I want to find an office. So, let's just say I'm looking for
William.
William. So I want to find an agent and a team. I got to go back to Reno now. So I'm selecting it, and I'm going to search it. Now I could type in a name. Well, let's say I don't really remember your name, but I'll remember it if I see it, right? Because I did business with you last year and you haven't called me, right? Which of course would never happen.
Not with William.
Right? Okay, so let's stop here for just a second. All right. So we've got Chris. Just so happens to be the lucky guy. He's up top. Robert's up next. Looks like Steven's down there next. Got a picture of our office, which we need to change because we changed our sign. Okay. Now again, you got to remember, 3 offices in Moreno Valley. No, not exactly. We're always going to have top billing because we are in Moreno Valley. You've got the Armstrong office and the Kevin Teeters office. So as much as we may not like that, you got to remember we get to play on their page too. So when they search Coldwell Banker Riverside or Coldwell Banker whatever, if on the Coldwell Banker Riverside, in theory, the Armstrong office should show up first with their agents, but we will also be there. So if you don't like that, again, it's a give-take, all right? But if I'm looking for these agents, let me go back. Results per page. Let's just do 50. Most of you have been, oh, by the way, you noticed I refreshed. Chris is no longer on top. The key to being at or near the top is simple. You have to have a profile, you have to have a picture, and you have to have a video. Nothing more than that. So as I scroll down, I'm going, and by the way, watch video, watch video, watch video. So far, everybody that I'm scrolling through has got a video, and then we stop. Okay? So, and I think that was only 6.
7. Yeah.
Okay? So everybody from here down will always be from here down. Now, not necessarily terrible, but again, it's almost like what does everybody want to be at Google? Everybody wants to be where at Google? At the top. Okay? Well, you will never be anywhere close to the top unless you take a video. Okay? That's why I've been beating this into everybody's head for years now. And to be honest, can we be honest? Can lead you to water. Can't make you drink. If this is not important to you, and I don't mean to be critical of the other 70 agents in the office who don't have a video, a couple of which you are in this room,
Yep.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Because I've told you hundreds of times before, I don't like the way I sound on video. I don't like the way then take a video of something else. The video does not have to be you. I'm Lance Martin with Coldwell Banker. Put a television commercial on it. Have your niece do it. Have your nephew do it. Partner up with somebody else. There's a video. I think let's watch Robert. I haven't seen his recently, but let's look at Robert's video. Robert's video
It's the host.
This is a good example of it. This is a minute long, and I think Robert appears on this very, very infrequently. Although I do think he does the voiceover. Let's listen to what he did.
Welcome to Coldwell Banker, Town and Country, Reno Valley. Hi, I'm Robert Portugal. You may know me from the past years as your Canyon Springs Little League president,
I love this video.
or the assistant Boy Scout leader from Pack 214,
Personal touch.
Really good.
or just your neighbor in Sunny Ranch from Reno Valley for the last 20 plus years. Whichever it is, I'm ready to help you move your future.
Okay, let's just pretend for a minute that it took him 20 times to get that
bigger
down.
home
So what?
or something just
All the rest of
smaller.
these audio clips, he could have
Or
just.
maybe you want something with a beautiful pool,
Can you guys say that? Of course you can.
or maybe something
Yeah,
with a
so you get
good
the idea.
view.
Now,
Give me a call
again,
today.
this
Let's get
video,
started. If you're thinking of selling,
I mean, that video is, it's good. It's not great, but it gets him to the top. Okay? Always gonna get to the top. So, we gotta get a video and a profile page. So again, if I'm getting back to, I'm looking for that agent, I'm scrolling through and I'm scrolling through and I'm scrolling through. And by the way, this isn't gonna change. This isn't gonna change. I'm looking for William. Are you on here, William? Have you seen yourself?
Not yet.
No, but have you been on here before?
Oh yeah, I've seen myself on here.
Okay, all right, so let's see where we're at. Okay, well, you're not in the so far, oh, there you are. Okay, great. So,
Good
we have about 78 agents, I think, that are within this office, that are branded within this office. The 6 are at the top, and I gotta tell you, I'll bet anybody in this room $100. The next time I do this class will probably be 3 months from now. We're gonna do the exact same thing. If there's more than 10 people, I'll pay you $100.
For the video.
Okay. More than 10, yeah. Because I've been saying this for years, and I've been saying it to all these guys. Come on, where's your video? So anyway, again, but this is good. I mean, William's got himself. You're a Mister. You've chosen to give yourself that title. You've got a nice picture, which is nice. Maybe, but wait a minute. Maybe this is a better style of picture. Maybe somebody's looking for, hey, the more casual open shirt blazer. I don't know. I mean, that's the type of stuff that you guys can change. Maybe this is too casual. Don Miller, polo shirt, arms crossed. Maybe not serious enough. Okay. Maybe that's too close. I don't know. Okay. This isn't a picture at all. It's funny. This is my favorite picture. Does this just scream out real estate agent?
Yeah.
Steve Browers, to me, looks like a real estate professional.
Totally.
I mean, granted, it's a traditional headshot, which we could say, hey, I don't want to do a traditional headshot. I want to do something a little less traditional. But let's just pretend I'm your average consumer, and I sit back, I just look, I say, that's my guy. Okay, I want to work with Steve. Now, I don't know if Steve has any quantifiable, and by the way, he made the same decision you did. For some reason, he also decided to be Mr. Stephen Browers. Okay, and throw that on there. But this is all important. This is the other. People are, which by the way, they oh, look at this. This is really. Really?
I don't know any of these people.
Right. And what if I was looking for, I couldn't remember your name, but if I saw your picture, I'd know. George.
This has to be the Armstrong office.
No.
No,
these
those
are
are our
our
office,
agents.
those are our agents.
Oh no, I wish I could say it was the Armstrong office.
I don't know any of these.
Coldwell Banker Town and Country, Coldwell Banker Town and Country, Coldwell Banker Town and Country, Coldwell Banker Town and Country. This is a failure on multiple levels. This is a failure on the agent level. This is a failure on management level.
Yep.
This should never happen. How is it possible that in something like Craig, and I love Craig, Craig's a good agent. I don't think Craig knows that he's missing a photo. Because if he did, you know how easy this is to fix? This is like 3 minutes, okay? When it comes to taking advantage of this sort of stuff, take advantage of the easy stuff. Take advantage of the easy stuff. And the easy stuff, of course, is these profiles and all the rest of this. I was teasing Steven about this. I don't know whether that's a good look or not. I don't know if the... I don't But again,
He's got the same one on his website.
maybe it is. I just made a comment, Steve Brower's looks like the epitome of a perfect real estate agent. You know what? Maybe I'm a little old.
Old school.
Maybe I'm old school.
He looks like George Ray. The
Right,
picture.
okay. So with Young Professional Network, right? You know, look at, well, let's just stop right here. Of the 3 agents at the top right now, all 3 of these guys are 30 or under. And none of them, although Chris's is a little more traditional, but I mean, these are not necessarily the traditional photos that you see. And a younger, more tech savvy buyer and seller may say, no, I want this. I want youth.
Sure.
I don't want, and there's nothing the rest of us old folks can do about it. Sorry. I don't want the older guys. That just looks like an old school realtor. Does Lance even own an iPad? Does Lance know how to do, does whatever Lance knows how to
Holy
do?
moly.
Yeah, and Steve decided to go I was just gonna zip right by that. He decided to go in tight. So Lenny's got a great picture, but no video.
I had a video. I don't know what happened to it. It made me realize it.
Great point, though. Great point. That happens, okay? So one of the things you all need to have in your contact management system, and I would suggest a reminder every 30 days. Go in and check
That's great.
all the sites. Check LeadRouter, check coldwellbanker.com, check wherever you've got, check your own personal websites. Are all of the links still in place? Are the photographs still in place? Are the videos still in place? Because, I mean, that stuff happens, you know, it was there. And I know it was there because I remember it being
Yeah.
there. Something happened. I don't know what, okay? So you gotta go in and don't have, I checked that last year, it was there. Oh, no, not last year. Check now, check, especially because we've done a lot of changes. You know, we went from, and maybe that was the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe when we made the change from Coldwell Banker Town and Country to or Pioneer to Town and Country, maybe something got broken. Okay, and obviously nice pictures. I mean, it's a very attractive picture of Selene. And that's another thing. Let's just take. Is it possible that when someone's searching this website, they are specifically looking for a man or a woman to work with?
Sure.
Absolutely. Okay. And is it also possible that they might be looking for an older female or a younger male? Now forget about the, you know, whether they're out, you know, like on a dating site. It's entirely possible. There are consumers out there, who makes better agents, men or women?
Women.
Women make better agents. If you look at the top agents across the country, statistically, women make better realtors than men. Okay? They listen better, whatever. And I guess, and I don't know what the number is, but it's more than 51%. If you survey the consumer, and would you prefer to work with a female or a male realtor, more people will say female. Sorry guys, that's just the way it is. So again, okay, well, I'm a female, okay, great. Well, does this tell me whether I'm a young 20-something female, or does this tell me, no, I'm a more seasoned veteran female? This doesn't tell me because I don't know. Okay? So we've got to take advantage of these tools. So anyway, so when I say back to Coldwell Banker Works, when we go to Coldwell Banker Secure, that's where you can change some of those things. You can go in there, you can change your photograph, you can change your profile, you can upload a video. I'm not going to do it right now, but this is where you would go. Okay? And quite honestly, if I was you, I would go, again, I'd put something in my contact management system that says, check my profile monthly. And then when I go in and check it, I would just change something, just for giggles. Change your headshot. Now, you may not do that every month, but I would make a point to change your headshot maybe a couple times a year. See what, if anything, changes. Maybe play around with some fun photos. Play around. I thought Chris had done one. Chris has this new picture of him. He's kind of standing, kind of like, hey, kind of a thing, right? It is a very untraditional marketing piece for an agent. I don't know, something tells me that works a little bit, Okay, so I would play with that. I would play with the regular headshot and stuff. Okay, so that's Coldwell Banker Secure. Marketing and advertising. Well, this kind of gets back to what we were looking for. Maybe we'll have a better success finding some of those television commercials. I'm going to click the marketing and advertising. So, okay, now again, I didn't get exactly what I was expecting, but I got a little bit more actually. Buyer service assistance. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Listing presentations. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Print ads and flyers. We've already seen some of that stuff. The postcards, the open house stuff. Listing presentations. We're going to get to that in a minute. Advertising and promotions. Maybe this is where I'm going to find those television commercials I was looking for. Here's the ad campaign. 2014 Coldwell Banker National Advertising kicks off January 26th with a 60-second spot from the Grannies. International Film Festival. Apparently we did some stuff in open house promotion, Prunos, logo library, so we got some stuff. I'm going to click on the ad campaign. Maybe this is going to get me where I wanted to go. This is just a press, which by the way, there's press releases in here as well, okay? This is a press release of what we were doing. This may be the actual YouTube video. That's the flow chart, that's what we were just, let's see what happens if we do the media visuals. I would think not. And again, I'm a little disappointed it doesn't actually say, here's the damn commercial, download the darn thing. So let's see what we've got going here. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff over here. Again, this is actually taking us to an image library. Most of what we're looking at here is e-cards. It looks like they've got some sort of a blog. So these are mostly images. Is there a video in here somewhere? JPEG. These are all JPEGs. All right. So again, we have continually struck out on actually finding the link to the television commercial. It is, again, if you know anything about me, I'll be critical when I need to be. Unacceptable. Coldwell Banker Works needs to do a better job in getting these television commercials uploaded in a timely fashion. It's unacceptable. Anyway, going back to the home. So you've got the advertising section, which I think we just clicked on. Email. You can do email marketing campaigns through here. Has anybody done an email campaign through Coldwell Banker Works? Okay, they're nice. They're very nice, actually. I'm not going to go through them right now. The thing I don't particularly care for is you have to upload your contacts and email information into the system to send it out. And it'll do the drip campaign. What I would prefer is to say, hey, here's a really cool postcard, email version. Why don't you download it and then you could send it out through Outlook or your own contact management system. They've made some changes with that, but that stuff is there. Coldwell Banker University, that's the training. I will take a minute and go through that. Coldwell Banker University, you'll notice when you click on that, it actually takes you to a completely different it's going to take you to a completely different website. Registration site, let's go. Which, by the way, you'll also find a lot of the same links on the right side. You can, for example, on my quick links down here, everybody has quick links. And if I scroll down somewhere in this link, it'll be a direct link to Coldwell Banker University. Coldwell Banker University basically is the website that has all of the online training. Most of which, and so far it's taken us 3 clicks to get there. I think this one will finally send me over to where I want to go. Okay, completely different website. This has the online training that is available through the franchise. Most of this stuff is free, okay? If you're a newer agent and you haven't taken the eFast Start class, you should take the eFast Start class. If you've been in the business a little while and you need a little kick in the butt or a boost, take the Boost class, okay? Let's just quickly go to the eFast Start. This is basically telling you the dates that are available sessions. Start date, there's one that starts tomorrow. Has 1 seat left.
Have you done any of these?
I did.
So-
Did you? Yeah.
If you wanted to sneak into that class, you could register now
Oh, okay.
and you could attend that one. The one, and someone must have canceled because the ones for the next 2 weeks are sold out.
Yeah, they're tough to get into.
And the next available one that started, but it's not just a one-time class, it's a progression. It's a progression. So there's one that starts on February 22nd, It looks like it's pretty full. Everything from February 22nd looks like you've got a lot of availability. At any rate, it's good stuff. You know, we talk about a lot of what, and again, we, management, ownership, don't necessarily do the best job in communicating this stuff to our agents. I just recently said, oh geez, what kind of coaching do we have here? Ooh, we need some coaching. You know, I just heard Tom Ferry's got this great coaching thing going on. I heard Keller Williams has got some great coaching going on. Okay? This is coaching.
Yep.
This is a coaching. This is outside coaching, which is free. And this is how it works. It's training, but it's also coaching in that you'll sit down in the comfort of your own computer with 35 other people across the country, live trainer in your ear, and you'll talk about, let's say, farming. So they'll do an hour-long deal on farming, and then they'll say, okay, this is your task. You're going to go pick a farm. You're going to do this. You're going to do this, and this, and our next session is Tuesday, and everybody's going to report back. What did you? So you're on. So, what did you do it, William? Did you do it? Did you pick your farm? What'd you get? And then, you know, you're either going to say, yeah, this is what I did and how I did it, and get some positive feedback, or you're going to get, oh, well, no, I was really busy. It was Super Bowl weekend, and I didn't do anything. Okay, and the coach may, if I was coaching the class, I'd say, okay, great, wait a minute, just to be clear, you told me you were going to do it, and you didn't do it, okay, whatever. Next. That's my version of coaching. You know, I can't, like I said earlier, we can't force you to do this stuff. We can lead you to the trough, but we can't force you to drink it.
And it's really cool because they bring the manager of the office into it as well as a coach.
Yeah.
And so, for instance, I have to sign off on stuff that the agents are going through, and it's really good. And they send me all the materials. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good program, and it's free. Not everything in here is free, but a lot of it's free. So anyway, so we've got Coldwell Banker University here, awards tracker. You can kind of track where you are within the national awards that are available. Video upload tool. This is actually for Coldwell Banker's YouTube channel. Coldwell Banker has a YouTube channel called On Location, and this helps you upload to that. There's an e-marketing section, which is kind of the title of this course we're doing today. But if you click on the e-marketing, it's going to give you campaigns. Thank you campaign, spring forward, you know, fall back, happy Thanksgiving cards, spooky Halloween, whatever it happens to be. You can go through, you can create these. Okay? This is all free. Just go in here and play around with it. What have you done? What have you sent? Well, again, it gives you reports. How many did I send? How many cards actually got opened by the people you sent them to? How many of them bounced back? Oh, they have a newsletter. A nice e-newsletter. It's all done for you. It's just sitting there, just waiting for you to pull it out. So a lot of stuff on the e-marketing side that's available. And I think there was one other box down here at the bottom I missed. Oh, and then news. The news is kind of like a news feed kind of a thing. What's happening? I don't know. Let's see what sort of events they've got coming up over here. iPad talent attraction presentation. I have no idea what that is. Okay? So the Coldwell Banker recruiting presentation is now available for use. Oh, talent attraction. I got it.
Okay.
This is
It's
a
recruiting.
I mean, you got to remember. Also remember, I mentioned this earlier. I'm logged in as a broker owner manager, so I'm getting some of that. You would not necessarily see that sort of stuff. So this is saying, hey, that is available. So let me just go back up to events, see if we've got it. Your news and announcements. In theory, if I click on this, it's going to take me to the same thing. It is. Events. I don't know if they've got the events posted yet. I'm now scrolling up to the top. Okay, here is the 2014 Gem Blue Regional Rallies. All right? Let's take a look at that. If you're thinking, wait a minute, Gem Blue, we got some new people here in the office. Gem Blue is the meeting, the annual meeting that we do every year. This past year we were in New York City in October. But we also do regional rallies. And I mentioned this last time I did this class. I think a few people initially thought I was crazy. And then a few people were like, ah, I see what he's talking about. February 20th in Fargo, North Dakota, Coldwell Banker is hosting basically an event for all of the Coldwell Banker offices within this region. Should we go? Why not? Okay? Let's go down a little bit further. In March, they're hosting an event. It's basically the same event in Atlanta, Omaha, Columbia, South Carolina,
East
Raleigh.
Coast. All East Coast. Just
Well, oh, wait a minute. We haven't gotten there
I
yet.
think it's gonna change in just a minute.
Now in April,
Bingo!
we're going to do one in San Jose. We're going to do one in Sacramento. One in Iowa. Overland Park, Kansas. May. Up, 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 up.
When's the one in Hawaii?
June, it's Phoenix,
Oh boy,
Palm Desert. Now,
that's nice.
which one of these is ours?
all of them.
Correct. Correct. All of these are ours. So when I asked the trick question earlier, should we go to the one in Fargo? Well, no, Lance, we should go to the one in Palm Desert. Actually, that's Palm Desert, Arizona. Maybe that's.
I was gonna say, because there's two S's.
We're having one. Where's ours at? I think that's actually a typo. I'm pretty sure it's our Palm Desert. Okay. But to the larger point, I don't expect you to go to all of these, but how cool would it be if you had the budget and the time and the ability to go to every single one of these events? And you would show up in Spokane, hey, with a stack of business cards and a stack of marketing material for me. And just walk through all of the, and there's hundreds, if not thousands. I would think each one of these, some bigger than others, but each one, the one we did in last year, we did two last year. We did the big one in New York, and there was thousands, and I don't know, 5,000 people there. But the one we did locally in Palm Desert last June, 400 or 500 people there, all Southern California. So now I'm in Spokane, Washington. Hey, Coldwell Banker Blue, give me a hug. Hey, where are you from? Well, I'm actually from Southern California. What the hell are you doing up here? I don't think you want to drive to Southern California for all your referrals.
There you go.
Here I am. You know? Yeah, you're right, Lance. You mean to tell me that you came all the way to Spokane, Washington to network with all of the Spokane, Washington agents to see if you could get referrals in Southern California? Yeah, I did. I'll tell you what, if I got any referrals in Southern California, guess where the heck they're going?
Absolutely.
Okay? Now again, can you go to all of these? No. But I gotta tell you, I probably would make a point in my business plan to try to go to a few of them, okay? And maybe you don't want to do the Spokane ones. Maybe it's, let's be a little more, maybe you do the Arizona ones. They don't have the California, that's interesting.
There was San Jose and Sacramento.
Oh, did I
Yeah.
pass those?
It was April, isn't it?
Yeah, in April.
April. Ah, okay. All right,
Overland Park.
what do you think? Well, that's Kansas,
Yeah.
but San Jose and Sacramento. Maybe go up there.
Is there Vegas?
I don't know.
Yeah, see
I don't know, but why not go there? Or again, take a look at this. Maybe you have family in Raleigh. I'm not saying you plan your family vacations around business trips, but I gotta tell you, I plan my family stuff around business trips all the time. All the time. So at any rate, so you gotta think out of the box here a little bit. And this is the type of stuff that when you're going through, I want you to go through this site, I want you to look at it a little bit differently. Don't just say, oh no, this isn't Fargo. No, it's not Fargo, this is for all of us. This is for everybody.
Look at it strategically.
Exactly. Look at it a little bit more strategically. Okay, so I'm clicking back on the home page. So I kind of hit the big buttons. So as you can tell, we kind of went through all of these. I started clicking up top, news and announcements, events. I'm just gonna skip my account, but my account is kind of specific stuff to you. You guys will have some stuff over here. Don't pay too much attention to that. You can give them feedback. You can click for help, and you can of course log out up top as well. All right, to get listing stuff. Okay. This is all free marketing materials. Okay. You're gonna come up here. Seller targeted programs, listing presentation, farming and prospecting, increased listings. I'm just gonna click on the listing presentation for a moment. They call it a listing so depending on what you see, they also call it the seller services presentation. So sometimes if you see seller services, you might not be thinking listing presentation. This is the traditional listing presentation that has been a staple of our business forever. Now, back in the old days, we would do the listing presentation in a flip book. Matter of fact, I think I might even have, do I have my flip book up here? I think I gave it away or I threw it away last time. Nope, this looks like this might be it. Let's see. I don't know if this is exact, oh, sure, actually this is the buyer's services one. How would you like me to sit down at your kitchen table and just wow you with my 1970s listing presentation? Right? Not so good. Not so good. Now you could do that though, if that's what you wanted to do. This is a PowerPoint. I'm clicking on it. It's going to say you want the PDF. You want it in a PDF. Actually, this is a tutorial. This actually teach you how to do the darn thing. Oh, we don't have any training on how to do a listing presentation. Okay, well, why don't you go read some stuff, see if you can help you out. Here's the actual, here's the PowerPoint. Let's just pull this up real quick. This is going to download PowerPoint presentation, fully customizable. You can print it out if you want, and you can put it in a book if you want. And quite honestly, as much as I think this is old school and should never be done, I would have one of those. I would have, although what William has is what you all need to have. You all need to be carrying around your laptop. You all need to be carrying around your iPad. And however, I would have my, see look how cool this is. I'm in the middle of class, I pick up my iPad, I quickly take a look at some information. Maybe it's important, maybe it's not important, and wow, I get to make a decision. I'm going to send a quick text right now to my son. He's having a panic attack. He's at school in Arizona. Something terrible has happened. He needs to get a hold of me right away. I just sent him a text. Relax, it's fine. Okay? That's how he wants to communicate. He wants to communicate in that method. Here's a PowerPoint presentation, which is customizable. I'll just stop right there. We might want to take this exact same PowerPoint presentation, print it out, put it in this book, and I've got this in my trunk, or maybe I have it in my briefcase. And I now get out to my listing presentation, and I'm sitting down with the client, and I'm getting some feedback that these guys are anti-technology. Don't text me. We don't even have an answering machine around here. Oh, those damn kids running around out there with those fangled iPads. I may have all of that stuff and I may say, ooh, okay. No iPads here. Let me reach into my briefcase and let me present this in a way that my customer wants to see it. Now, I'm suggesting that not many of our customers want to see it like this anymore, but have it available. And you better have it available on your laptop, and you better have it available on your iPad, and you better be able to email it, and you better be able to do all that sort of stuff. Okay, I just click. I have downloaded this presentation onto my laptop. All of this can be completely customized. This is a different class for a different time, but this is a listing presentation. Okay? This is a listing presentation that is literally ready to go out of the box. Done, finished, ready to be presented. And we literally downloaded it in however long it took that page to click that link. Okay? You can download it in landscape, you can download it in portrait, you can customize it, and again, there's a lot of stuff in the presentation that you're not going to want. Get rid of it. And you may have within the same presentation, you may have 6 different presentations. You may have one that's specifically for short sales, traditional sales, specific neighborhoods, presentation for your farm, specifically to that farm, the Meadow Lakes or whatever it happens to be.
Or expired listing presentation.
Expired
for sale
listings,
by
all
owner
that.
presentation.
Custom, and then it takes a little bit of time. So back in the listing presentation, I'm just back up here, so all downloadable, all free. Farming and prospecting, there's additional materials in here that are specific to farming and that type of prospecting. We've got some brochures, we've got some direct mail, we've got some Outlook email templates. Okay? Download those. What are the brochures? I don't know. Let's take a look at them. By the way, some of these you can download. Some of this stuff, by the way, full disclosure, some of this stuff does have to be ordered. Okay? And they'll send you over to Express Docs, and Express Docs will say, okay, for $100, this is what we're going to send you. This has got a lot of content in it. It's taken a little bit of time to load. I don't know that I want to wait for this, but this screen is going to pop up with a variety of brochures, seller services brochures. There's also, I just mentioned Express Docs. Some of this stuff might be available to be ordered online through Express Docs. There's some statistical stuff in here. It's kind of nice, you know. How many of the, I'll forget what they call it. Probably going to stumble onto it here in a minute. But there's some statistical data that, matter of fact, let me take a look. It might be, well, we're going to run ourselves into it. And I don't want to wait for this to load. It's a lot of stuff here. Okay, on the sell side, this is the get listings, was where we were clicking. That's your listing presentation. On the sell side, this is assuming that you want to work on the buy side of the transaction. Digital tools, platforms, standard buyer services systems. Most people don't have a buyer's presentation. Most agents don't. Most good agents don't. Okay? That doesn't mean you might not want to get one. So you've got buyer services, print tools, and electronic tools. And what is it? It's stuff. Buyer services guaranteed. We're going to do this, 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 and this. And if we don't do it, fire us. Go back to that previous page. Buyers electronic tools. This is another, in this section there's going to be another PowerPoint. You can download the home buyer guidebook presentation in the form of a PowerPoint. This would be something that the buyer calls, you meet them at the house, say, hey, let me send you an email with some information. You send them a link with this on it, okay? And it goes through expectations, or you don't normally sit down with the buyer in the same way that you would sit down with the seller on a listing presentation, but again, I'm downloading the home buyer presentation, and here's the home buyer guide, okay? By the way, a lot of these images, some of those images that we were looking at earlier today are pulled right out of these presentations, couples standing in front of a house. So if I wanted to work finding and financing, you know, why using us, Coldwell Banker Associate, make you more confident in finding a house? Can you afford it? You need to get pre-qualified. I sat down with a couple agents yesterday, and they had a difficult buyer. They had a buyer who was just being difficult. Young kid, okay? These agents are old enough to be this buyer's parents, and this young man is telling them how it's going to be. He's on the internet, he's searching all the rest of it, and that's fine. Maybe something like this might have been helpful, though. I don't think they ever would have been able to sit down with this young man and explain it to him, but at least it would have said, hey, let's make sure you're in the budget, let's make sure you get pre-qualified, let's make sure we get the information. Are you prepared to give us all this information? A lot of agents have this stuff, for example, printed on the back of their business cards. I don't see that as much as I used to. A lot of lenders do this, but a lot of agents, I used to do this at some point in time. I would have on the back of my business card, if you're buying a home through me, please start gathering this information as quickly as possible. These are some of the things that the lenders are going to need. So all of these presentations, again, I just downloaded this. This was not on my computer 2 minutes ago. And it's all free, sitting there just waiting for you. Okay, what else do we have here? We got property market. Again, I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's just stuff in here. Just play around with it. Promote myself. Okay, I want to. What sort of online tools do we have? Again, we've already been to advertising and promotion. We've actually already been through personal marketing. Social media. Okay, are we taking advantage of social media fully? Well, I don't know. What does this have to say about social media? Is there something of value on this link? The short answer is, I don't know. Let's find out. Let's try to find out. Social media, one-stop shop for social media tips. Okay, so it's got some tips on who's doing Pinterest. Everybody doing Pinterest? I heard a while ago that was going to be everything. And it seems to, okay, William's giving me the I don't know.
There's a lot of other things out there.
Every-
There's so many things out there.
There is.
That's why it's like, what
What do you do?
you have to do everything.
There you go.
Facebook's still on top. I don't know.
There you go. Okay, and I would agree. Although I hear 6 months ago, I think one of my sons, my younger son, said, "Oh, Facebook's dead." Heck, I was with him 2 weeks ago. Guess what he was on? He was on Facebook. Maybe not so dead. Instagram was taking over Facebook. Instagram's going to kill Facebook. Well, at any rate, if you need some help with some of these things, well, this gives you an idea. Twitter. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with Twitter. I was in one of these classes 2 years ago, and a younger associate here in the office, and we brought up Twitter, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Twitter. I'm all over Twitter." I'm like, "Oh, okay. All right, so what did I do?" We have a great Twitter handle. Our Twitter handle, matter of fact, I'm going to embarrass myself here a little bit. Let's go to Twitter here for a second. I think. I actually have two Twitter handles. I don't use either one of them. Again, I'm still still trying to figure it out. Yeah, anyway, struggling. Anyway, our office Twitter handle is CB Newsfeed. So if you want to follow us at CB Newsfeed, well, before you write it down, it's active, but this is the problem. 2 years ago, based upon a recommendation from one of our agents, said that Twitter is where it's at. We went out and did CB Newsfeed. For about 4 or 5 months, we were posting stuff. And I thought, wow, this is going to be cool. Everybody's on Twitter. What a great way to communicate, at least with our internal agents, and say, hey, sales meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Hey, welcome, we just hired a new agent. Hey, and we could get that sort of feedback. We have 200 agents. We had 7 followers. And then what I discovered is the 7 followers, one of them being the individual in the office that he had to do it, he didn't do anything on there. So it, like William said, it's just, there's so much. Do we do all of it? Do we do none of it? Do we experiment? Do we start it and stop it and then start again? That's kind of where I am with Twitter. We started, we've stopped, and I'm thinking, geez, maybe I need to start again. Because can you watch any sort of television program anymore without them making reference to some sort of Twitter name or hashtag this or hashtag
It's
that?
on everything.
I mean, even, well, you take a look at our look, well, it's on everything. Are you kidding me? Where's it? I mean, we went to, where is it? The commercial, the Rocks commercial, the Coldwell Banker Rocks, well, even this one, I won't play it again. Hashtag Home Rocks.
Yep.
Playing on the Twitter, okay? It's everywhere. So we kind of backed off of what we were doing on Twitter, and I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe it's time to step it up a little bit. So again, a little bit of help for social media. I would think, quite honestly, if you are a social media guru and you're marketing yourself well, this is probably not going to be help to you. This is some real basic stuff that says, hey, this is how what we have available from that perspective. Where would I might promote myself? Let me go back here. Okay, so we've got, where was it? Social media, awards and recognition, award rankings, awards displays. This is kind of stuff that's, oops, sorry guys. I thought I put that on quiet. Okay, so anyway, so we've got this sort of stuff. Also, this is something nice. This is, again, this is free. Public relations. I believe this is where they keep the press releases. Did you know that every single newspaper in this entire market is begging for you guys to give them a press release that they will print for free? Okay? All you have to do is send it to them. So the nice part about press releases, these are fill-in-the-blank press releases. So I'm going to click on the press release. Here's a kit. Here's some stuff for Canada. Fill-in-the-blank press releases. A fill-in-the-blank press release is easy to use because it's The meat of the story is already written. Simply plug in the da. And again, shame on me. I was just kind of beating up on everybody earlier for maybe not putting the video on there. I've known about these press releases. We have new agents in this office that we hire all the time. All we've got to do is come in here and pick the appropriate one, put in a name, send a picture, and send it over to the local newspaper. They may not print it this weekend. They may not print it next weekend, but they're going to print it
Eventually,
sooner or later. And they, oh, by the way, how much does that cost?
nothing.
Free. Okay? So, they've got, and again, this is a different type of what I was just saying. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but Coldwell Banker puts out what's called a home listing report every year. This is a press release that talks about the home listing report. It's generic, but you guys can put that out yourself. Okay? You can be the publisher, if you will, of that. Company or office news. This might be. Let's see what we got in here. Let's see if we can find a quick sample. Office has moved. We just hired somebody. Pull it up. Here we go. Attend the Coldwell Banker Connect. Company joins Coldwell Banker. We just merged. Company completed a merger or acquisition. Company opens a new office. Company under new ownership. We just moved. Company we had a strong year. Okay. Let's see. Let's see whether that would be top sales associate for the month. Report on foreclosure. Report on inventory. Budge Husky came and visited us. Okay, Budge Husky's our CEO, Coldwell Banker Corporate. We get him out here. You want to put a press release? Budge came. It's already written for you. Let's just grab. I'm just curious as to. Let's just say that we had a strong year, and we want to send that over to the Press Enterprise, or San Bernardino Sun, or the Los Angeles Times, or the Orange County Register, or wherever the heck it happens to be. Already pre-written. All we got to do is fill in our name, fill in maybe some numbers, maybe not. Find out here in a minute. Fill in the blank. Coldwell Banker. Lance Martin at Coldwell Banker, Moreno Valley. Coldwell Banker Town and Country reports sales up 10% from last year. Moreno Valley, California. Year-end sales for residential properties at Coldwell Banker Town and Country are up 10%. Right? Put a picture of our office in there. Go through, fill out the information. According to. By the way, it doesn't have to be me. It can be you. According to William. Agent. Agent associate. Total sales for the year were X. Volume was X. New listings were Y. Total number. All done. And we got a nice quote. Consumers continue their interest in buying and selling homes, reflecting reflecting strong growth in the regional Inland Empire area, says. All right. So I mean, you can't ask for anything easier than that. We just have to take advantage of the tools. Again, take advantage of the tools. And again, it's one of the problems I was kind of picking on Coldwell Banker Works earlier. We're struggling finding the television commercial. Okay, this is an elephant, guys.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in here. One of the things that I want to do is pull out the diamonds, go ahead and put them on our portal, and then memorialize them as well. This is one of the things why, even if we're not doing it, you guys should do it. If you find something in here you like, save it to yourself, because this is another thing that Coldwell Banker, and they do it for a reason. Let's suppose you really, really, really like the seller services presentation that they've done in 2013. Well, it's possible that they're going to modify it in 2014 and they strip out the old one. You can't get it in. You have to go to somebody else who already has it. They take it straight off the site. Same thing with those television commercials. If I had been on this, I was on this site 3 months ago, and I clicked TV commercials, they were all listed. Now, they were last year's television commercials, okay? Now, shame on them. They haven't put this year's television commercials on before they took off last year's, but they were there. So you've got all these press releases, all done, you know, top sales associate. And again, you don't have to wait for me. If you're the top associate, if you just received something at the awards ceremony this past weekend, you don't have to wait for us to do it. Blow your own horn. John Smith just received top overall agent, Coldwell Banker Town and Country. Now, you might want to run it by us before you do, just to make sure what you're doing is accurate. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It has to be accurate. It has to be correct. But, I mean, heck, it's great, great stuff. Okay, what else do I have under promote thyself? Community involvement. One of the things, I mean, Ingrid wants to put together a press release, and she doesn't even know this is here. I haven't even told her. We just did this nice event for the Wounded Warrior thing. We're going to do another event. We're going to do our market forecast on April 23rd. All of those sort of things are stuff that we need to be promoting now.
Right.
Our market forecast, for example, is coming up. It's 2.5 months from now. Okay, our second annual Coldwell Banker Town and Country Market Forecast. We can take one of these press releases, tweak it a little bit, get it over to the press enterprise, and start talking about our market forecast that we're going to do 2 months from now. And then, of course, we could send them another one the day before, and we got to plan ahead. Okay? And then we get a bunch of pictures, and then we take some quotes, and then after the market forecast is over, we send them another one. The 2014 market forecast was a great success. Over 800 people attended. Chris Thornburg, Bruce Norris, and John Husing spoke. Okay? We just have to take advantage of it. Manage thy business. Signs. LeadWriter. I haven't even talked about LeadWriter. This isn't an area that we access LeadWriter. Don't have time to get into LeadWriter, but there's stuff through LeadWriter in here. Listings, you can manage some of your listing stuff in here. Business plans and marketing support. Okay, let's see what we've got in the business plan and marketing support. It just caught my attention. Seller's Associate Personal Action Plan. This is something, if you sat through my business planning class, this is one of the templates that we use. An Excel sheet, which is nice. We've been using the PDF one. Here's the one that's in Excel. Let's download that. I don't know, why don't I? See, I just learned something. This is an elephant, guys. I did not know, shame on me, I did not know that this action plan was in an Excel spreadsheet, because if I knew that, I would use the Excel spreadsheet and fill the darn thing out when we're doing our examples, okay? And I've been using the PDF, and I go over here and I write some stuff on the board and all the rest of that sort of stuff. Did it open? Did I lose it? Is it thinking about it? Looks like it's thinking about it. I got a plus. Okay. So here's our personal action plan on an Excel spreadsheet. Fill in the numbers. All right. I've been passing this out as a PDF. Why am I doing that?
Yeah, it's got the calculations.
All the
built in.
calculations are done.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to do another one. Look at that. We all learned something here. It's all ready to rock and roll. So
There's a lot.
there's a lot. All right. What else do we have under here? Where was it? Oh, business plan and market. Money saving programs, Coldwell Banker Mortgage. We've got Coldwell Banker Mortgage back in our office. Honestly, well, agents are just kind of lukewarm to it. I'm not feeling a lot of love with the Coldwell Banker Mortgage team yet. We'll see what happens. I got to tell you, they do a good product. They do a good product. So we'll see whether she has any success in convincing you guys of that. Some specific tools, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go through the rest of this. We get recruiting and retention. This is some stuff in here. Although it's funny, some of this stuff that is recruiting stuff is probably stuff that you guys should have. Like, for example, I mentioned that brand. Let's try this one more time.
We get a referral from you if we could.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's try this one more time. I'm looking specifically for a video. I'm looking for the brand promise video.
Here it is.
Brand promise video. There you go. Okay. Now, I like this video. Now again, this video really is not designed for agents to use with customers. I'm going to play it. You tell me whether this is something that we should play to our buyers or sellers. Or whether would it be a big deal if you just had an email campaign and you wrote some content, and then you just said, you had a little link to a YouTube video, if you're interested, check out the Coldwell Banker Brand Promise. Maybe they look at it, maybe they don't.
I get people asking me all the time.
Everybody wants to know, dude, right?
No, about becoming.
Oh, about becoming an ad. On your YouTube channel then. Hey, go to my YouTube channel, check this out, blah, blah, blah. If you like what you see, I'll set up an appointment and you come and meet with Steve. Okay? We're gonna pay you.
Absolutely.
And we need to memorialize that, but it's gotta stop being vague. We've been talking about this for a little while. Well, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what, I've gotta get this done, Stephen, we've gotta get this done here within the next couple of weeks. We've got a retreat coming up. Partially what it's gonna mean is we're gonna pay you a percentage of their income for as long as they're with the company. I don't know what the only thing that I need to identify is, what's the percentage? Let's just pretend, for argument's sake, we're gonna pay you 3% of their income, not out of their piece, out of my piece, for as long as that person's here. So you go recruit Sally. Sally comes in, Sally makes $100,000, I make X amount of bucks, I give you 3% of what Sally did that year out of my piece. Maybe it's a couple $1,000, I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, because Sally didn't do anything. Maybe Sally turns into a rock star, and she's here for 20 years, and every year you get a royalty, and you leave the company. You left the company, you go, sell stamps somewhere. Well, you brought Sally in, I'm gonna give you X amount of bucks for however long Sally's here. Cool? Cool. And by the way, it's not a novel concept. People do that stuff all the time. We've got a training program coming up, which we haven't even talked about. Oh my God. We're doing a training program I just committed to with a couple of the other, we're still downloading by the way, with a couple of other Coldwell Banker companies, and it's ninja selling, okay? We need to commit to 50 agents, not within our office, there's like 5 offices. Total, if you add all of our agents up, there's probably 500 agents within these offices. And we need to get 50 of them. I committed to 10 or 15. Okay, out of our 200 agents, I'm thinking I can get 10 or 15 there. Okay, I'm tapping on somewhere, this is loaded. And it's cost $600. Well, I'm not gonna pay for it, but I will pay for it. Okay, you pay for it up front, you close your first deal, I give you $600 back. Okay, it's just sales stuff. I mean, none of that stuff is groundbreaking and earth-shaking. This is it just finished, perfect timing. Okay, so this is the Coldwell Banker Brand Promise video, which is also on YouTube, by the way. But I actually have just downloaded this to my computer right now.
The way we see it, we don't just help our clients buy and sell homes, help them invest in a better, more fulfilling life. It's a philosophy built on a commitment to excellence that drives everything we do. It begins with the industry's best brokers and agents working together to create the most powerful real estate network in the country. In fact, in a recent Real Trends report,
Oh boy, recent Real Trends report.
Somebody showed me this when I was interviewing brokers.
They did.
It was the Coldwell in Chino Hills.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's a nice video. What happened? Well, at any rate,
there's a reason the Coldwell
Try it.
Banker brand is the most respected in real estate.
I haven't seen these
The
things.
way we see it, we don't just help our clients buy and
So
sell
when you played
homes.
for you, was it at
We
the
help them
beginning, during
invest
the
in a
middle, at
better,
the end?
more fulfilling life.
Honestly.
Is
It's
it
right in the
impressive?
Philosophy
middle.
built on a commitment to
I was actually
excellence
going for
that
Coldwell
drives
Banker
everything we
anyway.
do.
Yeah,
I was
so-
going in that direction.
It begins with the industry's
People know the
best
name.
brokers
Yeah.
and agents working together to create the most powerful real estate network in the country. In fact, in a recent Real Trends report,
Oh, there it
Okay,
goes
well,
again.
apparently our video is having trouble from there. But again, you guys get the, that's a nice, I think that video is like 2 minutes long. In a recent Real Trends report, Coldwell Banker was ranked, whatever it happens to be. So of course, #1 in all categories, right? But at any rate, that type of stuff is here. That's the type of stuff that, again, why not have available? Whether you pull it out of the toolbox every single presentation, it's not going to work for everybody. But why not send that out to? And again, I do think now that that video has kind of jarred my memory, I do think that's something you could send to a client. I think
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
it's certainly something you should have on your YouTube channel. Why not? Coldwell Banker Brand Promise. Whether you're doing it to try to say, hey, yeah, go check out my YouTube channel and check a little bit about Coldwell Banker, or whether a client accidentally stumbles on. You know, actually, let's take a, I don't,
Does the same apply if you get, like, say, a Keller person to come over
sure,
here?
absolutely, anybody. I mean, I haven't seen, Chris Leeper supposedly has a YouTube channel. He's the only one in the office that I believe I know is actually. We'll probably gotta go to YouTube first. Let's go back here. Okay, there's Chris's channel. Let's see what he's got. Okay, this is Chris's channel. All right, he's got, I don't know, what the heck he got? He's got a little surfer thing up there. And,
Homebrewing stuff.
well, now this may be Chris's personal channel. Chris is into target shooting. So he's got some, these are some videos that he has looked at. I know he has some videos. Okay, here we go. All of his listings. This is the stuff that he's done. He's also got some clients. There's a cool one in here he did that had a client of his. Something tells me it might be this one. Let's just see. I think it's a just sold. I think it's this one. Let's see if this is the one. There's a client who Leeper Productions.
Hey, how you doing? This is Chris Leeper with Coldwell Banker, Pioneer Real Estate, and the Leeper Realty Group. I'm in front of a just sold listing of mine, 3959 Paseo Del Mar, here in the beautiful villages of Avalon in Paris, California. I have this property. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath, originally listed at $185,000. We're able to get this thing sold in about 45 days for $21,000 over asking price. If you're looking for results like this or curious how much your home is worth, go ahead and give me a call. Thanks a lot for the time, and I'll see you for the next one.
Okay, now check this out, how cool this is. He did a 30-second little spot, which probably wasn't even 30 second. It was a 20-second. The video's a minute and a half long. The rest of it is just photographs that you scroll through. Nothing super fancy. Easily done. And I think he's got that cool introductory thing, like he's on the planet, you know, moon or wherever the heck he's coming from.
Yeah.
And I think he has a similar exit on his video. We're gonna find out here in a minute. And a lot of these little stripes along the, it's all canned. It's just all canned stuff. Nothing super special about that. And there's his exit. Leeper Realty
Very
Group.
clever.
Now again, very clever, but you know what? Nothing overly complicated.
Yeah.
You know, pretty straightforward, pretty simple stuff. I'm gonna go back. He did this one. I don't know where it's at. If I was him, I would make it my homepage video. He has a client. He talked a client into which one did I click on? Was it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, let's try this one. Maybe this is it. Yeah, this one's 3 minutes long. This is, I think, one of the very first videos he did. Audio's terrible. Lighting's terrible. This is the best he could come up with his little Leeper sign in the back. We're not going to watch this entire thing. But, I mean, this video, for better or worse, has 64 views. Okay? It's 64 views. And this is easy. And quite honestly, if Chris was here right now, he'd probably say, oh yeah, I haven't been here in a month or two, I need to fluff it up a little bit. Let me do some additional, and this is free. And he has 11 people that are subscribing, and I'm gonna subscribe to it right now. So now he's got, actually I gotta log myself in here first. I'm gonna subscribe to Chris's YouTube channel. You guys, everyone knows Google purchased YouTube, right? Okay,
Yes.
well, you think they know what they're doing? Yeah, of course they know what they're doing. So now I'm subscribing to his YouTube channel, which is one of the reasons why you want to, and again, do as I say, not as I do, because we haven't done enough of this ourselves. We need to start sending more and more and more videos out to our folks because we want them to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If someone subscribes to your YouTube channel, what that means is every time you put a new video on your YouTube channel, they get a notification. Lance just loaded a new YouTube channel or a new video. One other thing I want to share with you, kind of on the YouTube. I'm just going to go to our website here real quick. One of the videos. Oops. Okay, this is our Town and Country website. One of the videos that has the most views on our website is within our property management department. And I go to property management and I scroll down to the bottom. There is Barry O'Connor. It's a 3 minutes and 49 second long video. I don't know if it's going to tell me when I click on this. I think this is embedded. But anyway, this video has more views.
Hello, my name is Barry
Then,
O'Connor. I'm an intro.
This video has more views than any other video on our website,
I bet.
which is our eviction. And I don't mean by a few, right? Which I just find, every time I just find that amazing. This video is 2 years old, and guess what we did yesterday? We went back to Barry's office and said, hey, it's time for an update. Let's do it again. So anyway, I'm a big, big, big proponent of taking advantage of the YouTube stuff. All right, what time is it? It's almost 3. We're gonna get out of here at 3, I promise, or actually maybe even a little bit earlier. I'm glad I stumbled across this. This is a quotables from 2012. Okay, the 2013 quotables will be coming out. So you think, wait a minute, 2012? Why is it so old? Well, 2013 quotables aren't quite done. We just finished 2013. They compile all the numbers, and then they're going to, very quickly it'll say the 2013 quotables. And basically, what this is, this should be in everybody's listing presentation. It should be in everybody's listing presentation. Again, we got another PDF loading up down here at the bottom, and this is our brand. This is what we've got. Coldwell Banker's Global. Did you know that we have offices in 50 countries? Okay, I don't have that stuff always memorized. 3,100 offices worldwide. These are the countries that we're in. I like to take a minute or so on this type of thing and just at least have this available in a listing presentation. Because number one, it gives you the depth and the breadth of the company, and it gives you a good idea of exactly what's going on. And then as you go through this, what I've discovered, and again, I don't go on a lot of listing presentations with live people anymore, but when I've gone on this stuff, you always have them, whoever it is, looking for, oh yeah, oh geez, well, I'm originally from Spain. I didn't know that. Oh well. And again, we got the big ones covered. We got the big, we're all over the place, 50 different countries, 3,100 offices, 82,000 sales associates. Okay? And again, this kind of gives you the breakdown. Average sales price, 20% higher than the National Association of Realtors 2012 average. National Association of Realtors 2012 average is a $225,000 sales price. Average for Coldwell Banker is $269,000. Now, can we tell a dirty little secret? We're really, really fortunate because Coldwell Banker for years has been at the top end of the luxury market. Okay? The luxury market has been dominated by Coldwell Banker and Coldwell Banker Previews forever. To be honest with you, it's one of the things that attracted me to the Coldwell Banker brand when I signed up 10 years ago. Not that this is a high-end market, but I thought it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to attach myself to the company that sells more million-dollar homes in the country in a market like this. Now, because we sell more million-dollar homes, our average sales price is 20% higher than the national average. Not bad, and true. When I say dirty little secret, I don't mean to say it's a lie. It's true, but we get to take advantage of that presence. $178 billion in sales, 663,000 sides. Going to be really, really interested to see what the 2013 numbers are. One thing I think we'll be able to say for sure, what's going to be different between the 2012 and the 2013? Sales price is going to be higher, right? Average sales price is definitely going to be higher. Volume, I think, will be higher. Really curious to see if the sides are higher. Sides might not be higher,
Right.
but I think the numbers generally will be higher because the prices have gone up so significantly during that period.
Look at the number of $1 million plus transactions. Holy
Right.
moly.
Right, exactly. Total U.S. sales.
Wow.
Number, 16,400, with an average sales price in that category of 1.9, average, almost $2 million. Okay? This is a nice piece. Now again, this is as of 12/31/12, so very quickly, probably within the next couple, 3 weeks, they're gonna send us the new one. We'll get rid of this one and then we'll have our 2013 quotables. And unfortunately, they don't update it mid-year, so we're just kind of stuck. This talks about Coldwell Banker previews, international, a little bit of stuff about what's going on with that, Wall Street Journal, anyway, all that sort of stuff. So, and this is nice, and this is a nice piece, because all of us need to have this in our quiver, with all of our stuff. So we did the brand promise, this is the quotables, there's a few other stuff in here.
CB University is always rated one of the top
Yep.
real estate training programs in the country.
Yep. I'm curious, there's a marketing piece that we have in one of the conference rooms, which is what Steve's referring to right now. We were, like, voting, where is it? Hold on a second. Go get it, it's worth looking at.
So how are you?
I'm good,
Good,
thank you.
good,
I'm new to the company.
Oh, I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Hi, I'm actually from Covina office.
Oh, nice
But
to
I
meet you.
got Ingrid's email,
Uh-huh.
but I came all the way from
Well, I'm so
Chino
glad you did. Yeah, I'm the sales manager here.
Oh,
That's my
wonderful.
business
Okay,
So anything,
thank you.
our home is your home. Anytime, feel free to come on in.
That's good,
And William's a brand new agent. He's gonna be fantastic.
that's good.
Okay. This is a recruiting package that we use to basically sit down with new agents. But a lot of the stuff that's in this package is just as pertinent to sit down with your buyers and sellers. This is our new marketing piece, which many of you probably haven't seen because we just redid it. That we don't need to know, that we don't need to work on. Piece that Steve reminded me of is this piece. This is, and it's somewhere, and again, this isn't necessarily something that you would want to send, or maybe it is. Maybe this is something that you would share with the client. Conventional thinking, basic training will make you a real estate agent. Coldwell Banker thinking. The industry's best training will make you a Coldwell Banker professional. Every year, Training Magazine evaluates the top companies worldwide on training quality for their annual top 125 list. For the last 2 years, Coldwell Banker Real Estate, corporate company, has been awarded the top spot among real estate brands. Okay? Finishing 9th overall. Okay? So we're competing with companies, again, like Google and Microsoft from a training platform, finishing ninth overall in 2012 and in the top 5 in 2013. So if you're looking for the kind of training that will put you at the top, yada, yada, yada. Now again, this is a recruiting piece from agent to agent, or from broker to agent. But, I don't know, maybe a buyer or seller doesn't care about it. Maybe they do. Maybe that's something you sit down with an expired listing.
We're the best
Perfect.
trained agents there are.
Perfect.
You can't get better trained agents. I don't know what your last person did wrong, but you know, I guarantee you we're gonna do the best we can for you, and this is how I'm gonna do it.
Turn the video. There you go. That's it. That's it.
Maybe slide the contact
And maybe it's part of your presentation. Maybe you don't even make reference to it. Maybe it's just part of the package that gets left behind with them. They're sitting down there going through it and they're reviewing it and saying, oh boy, yeah, well, he did seem pretty well trained. They did seem to know their stuff. Boy, that last agent, what a stinker.
Or a pre-listing packet.
Right, absolutely.
Sure.
And you don't even make reference to it, it's just in there, okay? So, okay, looks like I ended up back on Coldwell Banker University for some reason. So at any rate, this is the takeaway for today, okay? We have so much stuff, all right? And again, I'm guilty of this. 10 years ago, I spent probably 2 weeks, almost straight, doing what we've been doing for the last couple hours. And just getting into the bowels of this, just downloading stuff, pulling stuff up. I thought I had seen everything in that section, and then I would go back and I would take a look and I would find something else. Or I couldn't find something that I thought should be there, and I'd get on the phone with the corporate office and say, hey, how come I can't find that darn, which is what I'm gonna do today. Where are the commercials? It's embarrassing for me to stand in front of a training class. You guys have got these fantastic commercials. Put a link on Coldwell Banker Works, at least a link to YouTube so we can find the darn things, okay? So there's just so much information, so much data here. The last thing, because I'm sure I forgot something, I want to just go through these links on the side, and then we probably won't go through them, but I'll just point them out, and then if I miss something, you guys can go back and take a look at it later. Building signs, that's not really something you guys are interested in. Business Advantage Program, okay? Who's heard of the Business Advantage Program? Who has a cell phone with Verizon or AT&T or Sprint or something like that? Well,
Oh, yeah.
Coldwell Banker has discount programs for all that sort of stuff. You have an alarm system with ADT or Brinks or whatever it happens to be. Not just for your clients, but for yourself. You call up your security company and say, hey, I'm an agent with Coldwell Banker. I understand there's a 10% discount. Oh yeah, we'll punch in the code. Boop, you just save yourself $7 a month on an alarm bill. All that sort of stuff. Protection plan. We have not spent any time talking about Coldwell Banker protection plan. You guys want to hear something cool? You go out on a listing presentation. You have the information on the Coldwell Banker protection plan, which is underwritten by American Home Shield. So if you're thinking, who's Coldwell Banker Home Protection? Coldwell Banker Home Protection is American Home Shield. You talk to your client, say, let's get, oh, by the way, if you list with me today, starting today, your property is covered with the Coldwell Banker Home Protection Plan. If between now and before close of escrow, before we even get into contract, your hot water heater goes out, you're covered. Even if the property doesn't sell. Huh? That is not a new program. Some of you guys are new. Steve, have you ever heard that? You've been with us for 4 or 5 months. Have you heard us talk about that specifically?
No, not
There you go.
not specific to the Coldwell Banker Home
Well,
Protection.
we forget about it.
Right?
You know, that is available to us. Coldwell Banker University, ColdwellBanker.com, Coldwell Banker Secure. Prestige isn't for you guys. Image library, we talked about the image library. List hub, logo library. We kind of showed you our own logo library on there. Mortgage Resource Center, previews directory, video upload tool. Okay, we kind of went, it looks like we did cover most of this. Express Docs, we haven't talked about Express Docs, I'll end on Express Docs. Has anybody been to Express Docs? Take a look at Express Docs. Express Docs is basically a company. Now, everything in Express Docs is money. Nothing in Express Docs is free. You'll like to order some Coldwell Banker pens. You can buy them there. You don't have to get them. You can buy them there. You like this shirt. You can buy them at Express Docs. You want to get some really nice. You want to order super slick brochures or marketing folders like this. Okay? Express Docs. Okay? I think this is 50 cents a piece, $1 a piece, I have no idea. Okay? Anyway. You gotta get in there. Okay, anybody got any questions? No?
This is common. This was as much e-marketing training as it was Coldwell Bank. I mean, City
Yeah.
Works training. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and then just to kind of tag on to the e-marketing side, again, it wouldn't be a class if we didn't talk about some sort of contact management system. Within your contact management system, you have, if you're going to use WolfTracks, the portal, contact management, you're going to have your drip campaigns here. Okay? This is e-marketing. You're going to pick yourself a drip campaign and you're going to send it. I'm a fan of this. You guys know I'm a big fan of Goldmine. Within Goldmine on e-marketing, same thing. You guys have seen me, I'll take 1 extra minute and I'll show you I'll show you my e-marketing campaign, at least as it relates to email, or at least I'll show you one of them. Opened up a whole bunch of goodies here.
Is yours within Goldman?
Everything that you, in my opinion, everything that you guys do, should be within your contact management system. Now, one of the things with e-marketing, and this isn't new, it's been around for a while, and it's good, is a company like Constant Contact. Constant Contact, fine company, and they're they're a fine company. I don't particularly care for Constant Contact because Constant Contact is Constant Contact. I want my contacts to be here. I want to be able to track all of that within my system. But I'll just give you one 60-second example as we end the class. I'm pulling up Ingrid. Ingrid is our recruiter, kind of marketing director, and a variety of other things. And within her contact, I'm pulling her up for a specific reason. I'm going to go to her history. What's the date today?
29th.
30th.
Today's the 30th.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, this is today's date. This is the 30th. All of these from here up, for the most part, look like email exchanges. These are email exchanges between staff, Angie and Sandy, and stuff going on with Ingrid. Okay. I'm going to go back to. I'm going to go down to tomorrow. Or excuse me, yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna, I'll stop here. But these are all emails. Ingrid sent this email out yesterday. Ingrid sent this email out yesterday. Did you guys get this?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. Did you guys
Yes,
get this email?
yes.
For the year.
Yeah.
This is an easy. This is e-marketing. Steve and I were at a board of directors meeting yesterday in Ivar. The executive officer at Ivar reminded everybody in the room that, if you don't get your board dues and your MLS dues paid, they're going to start flipping the switch on everybody. That was yesterday morning. Actually, this is a pretty good example. That was at what point in the meeting did Martin say that? Meeting starts at 9.
It was probably 10.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Let's just say it's 10 o'clock. I sent a text to Ingrid yesterday during the meeting. Hey Ingrid, make sure we do this. At 10:32, 32 minutes later, I'm still sitting in that meeting. Ingrid sent this email out to 200 agents within our office and said, forget. That's e-marketing. I got a piece of information, let's say from a client, from Mark. It took me 30 seconds to text it to Ingrid. And by the way, and it did not take Ingrid 32 minutes to do that. However long it took her to type this, put this little attention logo on there, and click the button 3 times, which I'm going to say 4 or 5 minutes, she touched 200 of our agents. That's e-marketing, okay? If I go down, day before, who got this email? That email was sent yesterday. Oh, which by the way, I don't know if you've noticed with the emails that we send out, do they look like they're going to you and you only?
Mm-hmm.
They're very personalized. You don't get the CCs with 500 people on them. Okay, and we can customize them even more. If Ingrid took a few extra minutes, it could say, "Dear John," specifically speaking to the agent. That's e-marketing. It took her seconds to do that. It just didn't take her long at all to do that. That was the day before yesterday.
Take a picture of it.
Same thing,
Every time.
on Tuesday,
Every
same
time.
email. Looks like,
Take a
are you
picture,
guys
right?
getting like an email, like almost like one a day from Ingrid?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Which could be too much, by the way. If the content is a little, was that needed? That could be a problem. So when you're starting to, hey, look how cool this is, and look at that, I'm just going, blah, 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 blah.
That's your listing.
Is this in my listing?
That's your REO in
Yeah.
Riverside.
Mhm.
Okay. You gonna hold an open house on that? Nice.
Michael is.
Yeah, well,
I'm
we
doing
talked-
yours on Saturday.
We
actually.
talked about this
At Cottage in
a
Paris.
couple months ago. You want to hold an open house? It looks like Michael said, hey, can I hold an open house on this? We said yes, and we sent this email out for him.
Well, actually,
Now,
you can do it for us, actually.
We did or didn't?
Karen and I were doing one on Saturday at Paris.
Well, if you want us to do it, you gotta go to Ingrid. Talk to her. No, but let me make a larger point. We might be doing a little too much of this.
Oh.
Steve's maybe giving me, maybe we are.
Possibly.
Okay, so there is a balance when it comes to this, and if we approach the limit and we exceed it, you're not gonna have the
Counterproductive.
second.
Yeah.
Well, I've had an agent in the Claremont office. This agent is very opinionated, and frankly, 99% of the time, I agree with those opinions. But she's like, I don't need that. Which, my response to her is, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe for that type of stuff, if we want to do that, we need to get that information over here. We need to get it somewhere on our news feed that says, you know,
Featured.
here's, you know, we're doing an open house. Or it's, well, we could do it up here, but office news. Michael's holding an open house on Molly Street this Saturday, please come on by.
Or send all the open houses in one email,
Whatever.
you know.
Whatever it happens to be. But again,
Nice
this
picture.
is now this is one form of e-marketing. Obviously, we're emphasizing the email in e-marketing, but Facebook. We do actually a completely separate class on Facebook. I don't do it. Brian does it. Brian's a Facebook wizard. But Twitter, again, we talked briefly on that, and more of a social media type thing. Just one more. Again, another email. This needs to be punched up. I'm not happy with these. It looks better on a regular computer screen. This terminal server makes it look bad. Not that I'm unhappy with the announcement, but this, by the way, this email is different. This is not just an email that goes within our office. Because frankly, an email that goes within our office probably shouldn't be emailed to agents in the office. It should go here. Office news. Hey, we just hired John. We just hired Sally. Put it here in the office news section. But this email went out to, and the amount of time it took to send this email is the same amount of time it takes to send all the other emails. This one I think went out to about 4,000 realtors within our market area, within Sierra MLS. I have to see exactly what filter Ingrid's using to send those. I'm going to send an email out. Matter of fact, I meant to do it last week, but I've made a conscious decision. I think we talked about this a couple of classes ago, contact management class. I used to send emails out between Christmas and New Year's, and it was kind of like the Happy New Year.
You do yours after.
Now, and I've waited a little longer than I originally anticipated, but now I've got a great reason to send. I have two great reasons to send. Because I'm going to send, if you guys have seen this, I don't know what I'm up to now, 68,000 data contacts, 35,000 valid email addresses. But even if I send that Happy New Year, I get people that just, really? And some of the people that are like, really? You know, or some of that, remove me. I'm like, oh no.
Oops.
This is not somebody that I wanted to read, an asset manager at Fannie Mae. Oh my God, I just pissed him off because I spammed him. Okay? That's why I don't send those Happy New Year's blasts anymore. Because let's face it, how many of those do you get? And they're not personalized, and everyone knows. So what I'm going to do very soon, maybe this weekend, is kind of a, hey, hope you had a good year. Looking forward to another good year. However, please notice my new email address. Okay? Which I'm now using a CB Town and Country email. Now, I'm not gonna change my email every year, but this year I got a great excuse to send an email to everybody. Because now if my asset manager gets that, he's gonna, okay, yeah, I just got kind of spammed a little bit by Lance, but I also got spammed for a purpose. Lance has a new email address. And quite honestly, if they ignore that part, it doesn't matter because I still have my old email address. My old email address hasn't disappeared. And that is a great resource to stay in touch. It also helps you clean your database up.
Hey, don't you personalize it anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
look like it went to?
Oh, of
so
course.
It looks like
Oh, every one of those is. I'll quickly show you how easy this is. I'm gonna send an email. Dear. Oops, sorry. Been a while since I do this, so it's gonna take me just a second to. Where's my image? Yeah, bear with me. Where's my links at?
I've seen you do it. That's like the one you did for RSVPing to the party.
Exactly. Where's? You can insert hyperlinks too, which is nice. Where's my insert tool? There we go. Oh, insert picture link. Oh my god. Needless to say, I haven't. This is what happens when you start passing stuff off. You forget. Remember tying your own bow tie? Remember that? I forgot to tie my own bow tie. There is a link in here that says, oh, come on, where are you? Oh, you know what, maybe I have to do it over here. Hold on a second. No. Tools. Documents and templates. There we go. Okay, I gotta get myself to the right spot. Okay, let's just take, in fact, I'll take one that we've already done. Well, that's interesting. Julie is selected. Okay, here's a perfect example. This is one that's already been sent. I'm going to edit it. And I'm creating an email. And actually, this was for last year's market forecast. And I've got dear whoever. Okay? I would like to personally invite you to the market forecast. Yeah, here's a link to the video. Very simple. And it's just a very simple mail merge. Nothing common. This stuff's been around for 20 years or longer. Okay? So I now have this template. Let's, I want to send this to, say I want to send this to William.
You did a good job. You created sense of urgency in your email.
Did I?
Which distinguishes you from other emails that people get.
Oh, okay, good. So there you go. You spell your name funky. How do you spell your name?
Y-U-M.
Which is really cool, by the way.
You're not going to have everyone in there with me.
Because, well, exactly. It's cool for a whole bunch of reasons. But one of the reasons it's neat is because when you're doing your marketing pieces, even though he spells his name funky, I couldn't remember how to spell it, I knew he spelled it funky. You gotta love that, man. It's different. It looks good on sign writers when you do your signs. What the hell, William? Why are you in William? That's weird. What's going on with that? Okay, so anyway, so I've got William here. I just edited this email. Go back to my documents and templates. I'm gonna click OK. I have a choice. This email is queued up. This is the email, which, by the way, another nice thing about e-marketing, contact data management. This is an email that was prepared a year ago. William gave me some compliments on it and said, hey, this is a good email. We will use a similar email for the 2014 forecast. Hopefully we'll improve upon it a little bit, okay? I've gotten away from sending the fancy HTML emails. I used to send a lot of the fancy HTML with pictures and graphics and all the rest of that, and I stopped doing that because everybody's kind of sending that, and it kind of feels like you're getting spammed with constant contact. When you send this type of email, granted it's not as flashy, but it's like, it almost, I mean, well, they took the time to kind of like type me a letter, a little more personalized. So at any rate, this is saved, we can tweak it. My system right now says, who do you want to send this email to? Well, I want to send it to William. Or maybe I want to send it to William and everybody that I have linked to William. Now, right now, I don't have anybody linked to William. Well, let's use your example earlier that says, let's suppose a year from now, William has recruited into the company 10 agents. And let's suppose I've linked those 10 agents to William. If I click this radio button, now this email will go to William and everybody that I've linked to William, because that's within what I consider William's sphere of influence. Or I can send this email to everybody in my entire database. If I click this one, which is a danger, danger, that will go through the entire 68,000 contacts. It will figure out which one of them have valid email addresses, and it'll send out approximately 35,000 emails. I could turn this into a letter, send it over to the printer, put the Coldwell Banker letterhead in there, and then it'll print to all 68,000 of them, as long as they have a valid mailing address. If there's no address, then it won't send it. I can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. I'm going to queue this one so we can look at it. I can send it now. If I click OK, this email is going to your inbox now. I'm going to queue it. Click OK. Only reason I did that is because I want to see it before we send it. Uh-oh. Oh! Actually, you know what I just did?
Uh-oh.
Well, good thing I queued it, because it was all contacts. It was all 68,000. Didn't want to do that. If I had not clicked queue, all these people are going to be getting this email.
So it's gonna go up to 35,000?
It's going to go to all of them. So I need to stop
You
this.
just tied up a bunch of server
I did.
resources.
Oh, are you kidding me? So we need to stop. We need to stop. Yeah. So, keep that. All right, so let's come back in here for a second. Let's go back and redo this. And by the way, has that happened before? And not only has it happened before, it's happened before where it hasn't been queued, where it's just sent straight to the server.
Ooh.
Somebody meant to send and they walked away, and I send my entire database something that I never wanted to send it. Just didn't ever want to send it. This will take a second to load, but I want to show you how cool this is. And actually, this is kind of a good example, even though it isn't what we wanted to do. I mean, you know, human error, right? Human error kicked in, and we goofed up. So these are the emails that were queued up in that box. And you'll also notice some of these are like random contacts, but they have email addresses on them. My database has some very interesting the way we sort stuff. Very interesting. And basically, I'm looking at it right here. So I'm going to queue these up. I'm going to delete these. Because obviously we don't need that. I'm going to bring William back up. Go back to my documents and templates. Look at Julie seems to be defaulted on this. It's kind of interesting. Is the one we did? Yeah. Actually, is this the same one? It's a pretty different one.
Second annual, that was first annual.
Okay. So, at any rate, I'm going to double click this up. It's now again going to say, who do you want it now? It's defaulted to all. Shame on me. I'm going to send it. Let's queue that. Now, it's going to queue up the one email for William. And there it is. He's in my box. This is the email. I click send. He gets it.
Yeah.
Super, super simple.
You can send it if you want.
Yeah. Actually, it says I have a problem with your email. Is that you? At Gmail?
William G.H. That should be me, yeah. Is there two L's in the...
I don't know. Hard to see. Should there be?
Yeah.
It looks like there is.
Well, anyways. So.
I got your emails from you before.
Yeah, well, obviously. I mean, well, are you getting my emails? Well, let's find out. Well, let's go over here. Well, here's the emails that we were just talking about. Here's the emails that Ingrid was sending you about pay your dues and in-house training and all the rest of it. So yeah,
those.
Which again is a nice part of the e-market. Anyway, I said we were going to be done 15 minutes and we're still going. So, all right, guys, questions? Okay, go get them. Go sell something.